I am I grew up, I was born and brought up at Hyderabad and Andhra Pradesh, and my father used to work at National Institute of Rural Development, and my mom is a teacher, so I grew up there. I did my graduation from there, from Sarojini Naidu Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Usmania University, and it started when I was in sixth class, actually, the inclination towards science. I had got a project, and one of our neighbors' son, he helped me out in making that project. And he made it so interesting that, science is as such so interesting that I had a desire, and I determined at that time that I would like to be a scientist. And the first influencer, I got influenced by Marie Curie, and because she's pioneering physicist and chemist, and she had made groundbreaking research in the field of radioactivity and nuclear physics. So I was really fascinated by a woman, at that time in 1903, breaking all the barriers, pursuing numerous challenges, and still she could do. Moreover, her work actually and her passion influenced me at that time as a child. And then later on, it was Professor Abdul Kalam sir, Dr. Abdul Kalam, who is the missile man of India. But the first influencer definitely were my parents, who really did their all so that I could start this journey of chemistry. I was the first woman in my house to go to a hostel to pursue my MSc in chemistry at that time. And there was after doing my BSc, my father, because he knew that I love science, so he made sure that I meet all the scientists. So one of our close friends, family friends, he had a chemical factory. So uncle, he spoke to me about how fascinating is chemistry and how you can combine chemistry with different fields. So I really got influenced by that, and I took up MSc in chemistry, and I did it from Kumaon University, because basically I belong to Uttaranchal. And then I got an opportunity where there were brilliant professors out there, right from my school time to my BSc, and also in MSc there was Professor Chitra Pandey ma'am was there. In during my PhD, I did PhD in polysaccharide chemistry, carbohydrate chemistry, and my co-guide was a specialist in medicinal plants, natural product chemistry. So I was in phytochemistry division at National Botanical Research Institute. So Dr. VP Kapoor sir was my guide, and Dr. Mahesh Pal sir, who is now a principal scientist there, was my co-guide, and very very helpful. And he really made me understand the basics and all. And for 1 year I was at Institute of Chemical Technology at Matunga, Mumbai, and under Dr. Rekha Singhal ma'am. And I was a CSIR fellow. So I worked with her also for an year, and she also influenced me a lot. Like, she was a wonderful she's a wonderful person also, besides being a wonderful professor. And then later on, then I joined Amity University back 18 years back in 2005, and it has been a wonderful journey where I have been given a platform where I can do a lot of research. Yeah, and Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who is the founder president of all the universities, umbrella universities, he had been a great support. He always encouraged me and supported me in all the ways possible. So this was my journey out there. And then definitely, because chemistry is one subject where it leads to a lot of you can do a lot of discoveries, you can really contribute to the humankind also. And there are a lot of scope of innovations. So that passion for science was always there. And because of that, uh, because of bringing out new innovations which will help the humankind also for a sustainable future, I could develop around more than I have more than 76 patents, out of which 30 are granted. So, and few technologies we could also transfer to the industries. And like I have guided few PhD students, we also had dissertation students. So, passing on that same passion to the future generations, also to make them understand that there will be both science is a, why it is so fascinating, because one, chemistry, you can always synthesize compounds, you can isolate new compounds, you can provide leads for drug discovery, you can develop new products, and the best part of taking chemistry as a subject is that you can combine with different fields also. I had initially, I also had little inclination for microbiology in my BSc. So, when I spoke to uncle and different scientists, so I came to know, like, you can always have combinatorial branches of chemistry where you can really work. So today when I work in the field of applied carbohydrate chemistry. I work in the field of phytochemistry, where we are able to provide lead in drug discovery. We were able to, like in polysaccharides especially, we could prepare many derivatives of polysaccharides. There is a drug which is used for, like, it is very good for Parkinson's. So and but the problem with that drug is it cannot cross the blood brain barrier. But when we use the derivatives of our polysaccharides, it could easily cross the blood brain barrier. So like that, applying. So when we have this center here at Amity University, we use applied carbohydrate chemistry, which can be used in the fields of nutraceuticals, in pharmaceuticals, and cosmeceuticals, like that. So it had been a wonderful journey. Of course, my family has been a great support. My husband, my brother, my children, everyone. So it has been a wonderful journey till now, and it will continue to be so. Yeah. Yeah, so it was on different parts of the plant that we had to actually, because it was in sixth class, so we had to actually make a project on flowering and non-flowering plants, and write about the type of leaves and the season of flowering and all that. So, he made me, because we had a huge campus at National Institute of Rural Development, Hyderabad. So I could, there was a lot of greenery all around. So I could really, gather all those flowering, non-flowering plants, and do a proper project with that. So that small thing of making such project also, it really fascinated me. The colors fascinated me, the kind of variation, the diversity that India is known for, flora and fauna. So it really fascinated me at that point of time. And I really thought, so, he really made me to understand each and every part of the plant. And also, he guided me how to make the project, how to make it more interesting. So that really helped me. And going further, I have backed few projects on natural dyes. I have transferred the technologies also on dyes, so that love for colors continue. And we are still doing. We are working on different projects which are working on sustainable dyes for a sustainable environment, because we all know that colors also have a harmful effect. And utilizing those same plants, like distinguishing them, like making the medicinal plants, utilizing them. So we had a project also on high altitude medicinal plants. So, like that. So that particular neighbor, I used to call him bhaiya. Like he became a scientist in the field of agriculture. Yeah. And but I continued my journey in my field, that was chemistry. Yeah, it was like that. So definitely, one thing was there, like my parents was, it was really emotional also for them. For me also, there was little fear that how would I stay. The only thing was there that my relatives were nearby at that place, and like my parents also, few relatives objected also, but my father was very sure, my mom was very sure. Like after BSc, they said no, if she wants to pursue her dreams there, so we will allow her to go. So they and my brother was also there, so they all supported me. For me, initially the days were tough because I was never away from my parents, and adapting to a new environment, living, and at that point of time there was ragging also. So initially I was little nervous, but I think that made me to actually accept other people as they are, like to live in an environment, to live together, to accept people as they are, and to adjust in different environment, because we had roommates and everyone had a different lifestyle. They came from different backgrounds, and like but that those were the best years, you know in MSc. Like I really really, there were such simple and good hearted people apart from, and a very good teaching environment was there, so I could really do well there. And till date, like I'm connected there, and I give lectures. They invite me for giving online lecture also. Recently I had given. So you feel so much connected to them, and I think because of hostel now, I was a very what do you say, I was very jovial, but a timid kind of person. So that helped me improve myself also as a person. I became little bold, yeah, forthcoming, and I knew how to do things now. Like I became more responsible person by going. I was, because there was no one to depend upon, you had to do everything yourself. So all those things were there, besides the loneliness, initial loneliness, but then you became friends, and then it became like a family. And I was also chief prefect of the hostel, so my warden is also in touch with me. She was a professor in botany, Professor Uma Palni ma'am, and she's still date like connected, and she treats me like her daughter. So it was wonderful. So initially, yes, all those who opposed, later on now they say yes, it was a good decision. So I think because of their decision, I'm here today what I am. Yeah. It is in Nainital. So Dev Singh Best College, Kumaon University. And then again in PhD, I was at hostel at National Botanical Research Institute. And there, it was a different environment. And you had to, like, the people were not very simple. The journey was not very easy. PhD is never easy. I had like my boss was good. There was one other ma'am. She was also good, but there were struggles also. And at that time, I was introduced to one of the life philosophies also, which I follow till date, which is I'm a member of Soka Gakkai International, or Bharat Soka Gakkai. It's a peace organization. It follows a philosophy of Nichiren Daishonin. So I follow that, and it really helped me to be, in rhythm, to see the things as they are, and to have patience in my life, to continue my journey. So no matter what chaos was outside, I was always at peace inside, and I could embrace everyone. So that is very important in PhD also, because there are failures, there are success stories, and during my PhD, like at that time also, we could come out with the first time. with herbal colors, because National Botanical Research Institute was known for its it had got a lot of variety of medicinal plants, variety of flowering, non-flowering plants. So for the first time we introduced there, and I was the student along with one of my friends that we worked on that project also beside our PhD project and other things. So, and we start until date, you will see in the market with NBRI's logo behind. So we could develop those herbal colors at that time. Yeah. And at that time, like, my co-guide also was a great help. Like, the difficulty was when my boss got retired, when my sir got retired, he was heading phytochemistry and phytomedicine, and suddenly, the lab working hours became restricted. Previously I used to work like for hours together, but because my sir got retired, so beyond some hours, like from 9 to 6 only, I was told to work. So I utilized that time in publishing papers. Like, I published papers in reputed journals in carbohydrate chemistry and also in phytochemistry journal. Like, I published papers on medicinal plants as well as on PhD work. At that time, I got fellowship from CSR, that was Senior Research Fellowship, and our director was then Dr. Pushpangadan sir, who is a Padam Shri also. And sir really, came and spoke for me, because one of the ma'am who was not very like she was not going well with my sir, so after his retirement, she tried to create all those obstacles. But at that time also, I just persevered, I backed my fellowship, and I could continue in that journey, and I could then finish my PhD. My sir became an emeritus, so I did my research work, then showed him all the work, and at that time only, my father was also detected with last stage of prostate cancer, but he could overcome that. So, at that time also, in spite of all the challenges, because of the philosophy, the faith that I had, I could triumph, and I could complete my PhD with a lot of gratitude to everyone who helped me in this journey. And I had some wonderful friends, wonderful colleagues. I call NBRA as my second home. Like, whenever I go, I get that kind of treatment. Like, I believe in any field when we are in, we must develop very strong, friendly, cordial relations besides our collaborations, so that we can really grow. So that was my, you know, um, PhD journey. Then for 1 year, I was at UICT Mumbai, and my husband, he was at Reliance Life Sciences. So I got married, and then I shifted to Mumbai for an year. And ICT was wonderful, like Institute of Chemical Technologies. The companies are coming in, and I also got at that time Lucid Research Award. So there was work company, and I could derivatize from a weed. I could extract a polysaccharide and derivatize, which was at par with the other commercially available polysaccharides. So I presented my work at a conference, carbohydrate conference, which was held at Forest Research Institute at Dehradun. And there I was awarded a prize by that company. Later on, they also offered me a job there, but I preferred to, continue my research work. It was like that. Yeah. So the mantra that I live by is that it is a famous quote by Winston Churchill, that success is not final, failure is not fatal. Yeah. It is the courage to continue that counts. So it says that success is a journey and not a destination, and that setbacks or failures should not deter over from pursuing their goals. Yeah. So it encourages resilience, perseverance, and continuous effort to overcome challenges in the pursuit of success. So I think This is very, very important because if I could out of native sources, which is at par with the synthetically available plastics, and we could develop industrial grade samples, injection moldable biodegradable plastics. I could also develop natural dyes. This is with all humility, I'm just sharing, natural colors and dyes both for textiles, foods and cosmetics. Then we have got leads in drug discovery, we have a formulation for diabetes, for diarrhea, and we could also develop, drug delivery agents, which were novel drug delivery agents, which will help in therapeutic journey of any patient. So, like if I would have, like, if we are not grounded and if we do not think that success is a journey, then, with even one success, if it goes over your head, then you cannot lead your life successfully. It's an ongoing thing, and you must continue with that journey, then only you'll be able to succeed in your goals. That is like my mantra of following. And definitely the life philosophy that I follow keeps me grounded. Yeah. um, of Nishan Daishan's Buddhism, like Soka Gakkai International. So it's a wonderful, wonderful journey. And uh, the best part is that when you are in a both in a teaching and research profession, you can contribute to building a nation by really nurturing the younger generations, making them more skilled, by teaching them all the technologies, and developing their interest, and making them understand that queries, asking queries, and having that nature of in like always asking why, when, and being curious, being persistent is very important in a student's journey that will shape their future. And never giving up. There will be failures. One should learn to accept failures to succeed in life. You will never have, every day will not be a success story. Yeah. To build a success story, it will take some days, years, months. So you have to lay the foundation, should be strong. you know you must know what you are doing. You must be very good at your subject. You must learn the skills. You must then apply it. And when you are in the field of chemistry, you must apply it for human benefit. Now everyone is looking out for SDGs, so you must do everything that you're doing must contribute to the society, to a nation, internationally, nationally. That is the use of science, that it should be helpful to the nature. Yeah. So that is the thing. So I'm very proud of biodegradable plastics, because I could do many incremental patents. I'm not an engineer, I'm a chemist, but that passion for coming out something new to reduce pollution for sustainable development, and led me to make this. I had it was not an easy task to because I worked in the field of polysaccharides, and they are known to be pseudoplastics in nature. Yeah, so they're like plastic, like they'll easily form a film, but the moment they are dipped in water, they'll dissolve. So from a pseudoplastic to make to from pseudoplastics to making plastics, it was a big journey where I had been to Bhavana so many times, the industrial area. We made around 150 samples, out of which few were tested. Then we got it tested at IIT, then industrial grade samples, and continuously improving their tensile strength, their elasticity, so that they can be applicable in different fields. So I'm very proud of this innovation, because it costs around 80 to 100 rupees per kg, which is at par with petroleum based plastics. And it has got, just by varying the, and it is from innovative sources, it is not from PLA. You don't have to import anything. It is all from innovative and it is very, very cost effective. So I'm really like, I really feel very grateful and very happy of this particular innovation, where really I could contribute something to the society. Definitely other innovations are also there. There are many innovations which I have done, but I think this will remain close to my heart. I could also make vegetarian capsules, which replace the gelatin based capsules. And gelatin is extracted from the bone of animal and all, but still I will say that this remains very close to my heart. Yeah, that is there. So I would give my younger self advice that um, you know never to be big. And I was very sensitive, actually. I used to cry at the drop of a heart. To be more realistic and practical in nature, and not to overthink. I used to think a lot. I used to think beyond what people were telling. So I think that is the one thing, to be more strong, rather than a weak self, to become a more strong, uh, young Harsha, what is today. Today I'm a strong person. Yeah, that is there. So I adopt small, small things in my daily life, like have reduced my consumption of single use plastics totally. Like I reuse products as much as possible. Like I switch off the lights, the appliances, the electronics, when not in use. The water conservation is there. Then we try and do pooling for sustainable transportation. So adapting it in daily life, like mindful consumption of products, like eating sustainably, eating a lot of greens. Yeah, supporting local and sustainable agriculture. Yeah, directly buying, like trying to buy from the farm. Then this green um, and renewable energy sources, which is there in our campus. But mm, right now, like, to going paperless, especially in office, doing most of the work going paperless, which also contributes, one of the major cause of the pollution. Then educating myself again and again about the environmental issues and sustainable practices. Yeah, and buying a lot of reusable products, like shopping bags which are reusable, so I don't have to buy it again and again. When going to a market or buying anything, I always carry my shopping bag, rather than taking something in polythene or in paper bags. So I try to do that in my daily life. And definitely in getting involved in community services. Like recently we had a plastic drive. So collecting plastics, making people aware of how we can contribute to single use, not using single use plastics, or and distinguishing between recycling, like to giving away all those plastics, so we could contribute, connect to the NGO and all that. So small changes in daily habits, that I'm doing, and I'm also making others also do that. So that is the way I'm able to lead a sustainable, life. Yeah. So next in line are, we are doing, like, we backed a project from Department of Biotechnology. We are developing a rapid test on biodegradability of single use plastics. So that will be something which I'll be contributing in that area. Then we are working for in the field of anti-aging and osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis, we are working for Wilmer Shaube, and we are also collaborating with European Institute, along with All India Institute of Ayurveda, and developing, new formulations, and trying to, because it's research, so trying to bring out new leads for osteoarthritis, which affects more than 70% of elderly. So along with All India Institute of Ayurveda, there is a plant called Vitex Nigodu. So both in Europe and in India. So we are working on those medicinal plants for them, and also for colors and dyes. There's one company, international, and one national, where we are working for sustainable dyes. So like for Indian art forms where you use synthetic colors, they like Madhubani art form is there. So they are trying to replace it with natural dyes. So we are also working on that part, and both on canvas and also on textiles, and also so we are doing in different, like multiple areas. We are doing applied chemistry work, and it is going on. So next is to bring biodegradable plastics worldwide in the market, which will be a total Indian innovation. And definitely colors have reached international market, but working continuously on that, which can help the like it can be useful for defense, so sustainability everywhere. And we are trying to also work for many therapeutic drugs. We have also collaborated with the Technical University Munich, where we are working for mulch films in agriculture. Yeah. And we have also collaborated with Liverpool University for Center of Natural Products, where we'll be developing together, a formulation depending upon new leads for different ailments. That will be our part of work, and then we'll give leads to pharmacy people. So we have got different specialized people, like collaborations with colleagues having different specializations. So like that we are going to move ahead, yeah, and make more and more contributions. And definitely, raising more, like more and more, taking more and more dissertation students, and also PhD students, yeah, and giving a new lead to them so that they also do a lot of research, yeah, productive research.